America's debt is now over $38 trillion. So, protect your savings with something real. Gold. Sanctuary Metals helps you move a portion of your retirement into physical gold. Tax-deferred and penalty-free. Please call 800-801-6487 or just visit sanctuarymetals.com to get your free retirement defense guide. That's sanctuarymetals.com.
The Larry Kudlow Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So, away from the economy and away from Kevin Warsh and the Fed, you've got this weird, I don't even know what to make of it. I mean, Minnesota, just is off the charts with arguments about illegals and deportations. But this side story about this guy, Don Lemon, I think that's how you say it. He used to be a CNN host. I don't think he has a job right now. And he got arrested for breaking up a church service, which is really pathetic. Just so pathetic. Anyway, somebody who knows about this and other political things is my great pal, Joe Concha, who's a Fox News contributor and WABC radio host. The Joe Concha Show plays Sundays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Busy guy. His book is The Greatest Comeback Ever, Inside Trump's Big Beautiful Campaign. Joe, can you summarize it? I mean, I always thought this is, if I've said it right, Lemon was a dummy. I mean, I occasionally would look at it when he was on CNN. I just think he's a dummy.
That is the most accurate analysis that we have heard of this person who portrays himself as the next Walter Cronkite. Okay. He is an absolute performance artist, Larry. He is somebody who has basically been an attention-seeking narcissist like we have never seen in broadcasting, and now he's getting exactly what he wants, attention. That's what narcissists want, and by doing this illegal stunt, you talk to Jonathan Turley, you talk to any respected legal analyst, what he did is something that absolutely should be held accountable for. We had protesters, you want to call them that, agitators, provocators, up in the face of children saying, your parents are Nazis. They're there at Sunday school. Don Lemon literally interrogated the pastor that was there as well. But most importantly, Larry, before he went in, there are videos where he says, shut the cameras off so we can't show people what's happening here. In other words, he knew that this was going to be a protest. He participated in this, and now he gets to play the martyr with most of legacy media saying, this is Donald Trump attacking another member of the free press. It is not. It is a cheesy performance artist who would not be cast in any movie on 3 a.m. at Skinamax if given the choice. We'll leave it at that.
Well, that's well put.
Thank you.
Listeners can see why Joe is a busy guy on Fox News and WABC radio. So, but Joe, he broke into the church, right? He stopped the church service, which is, that's a crime.
Yes.
The law was passed decades ago. That's a crime.
Space Act. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And is he going to jail? I mean, I was looking while I'm here in the studio at WABC. I was looking, Kayleigh McEnany is on, and the headline below is Don Lemon pleads not guilty to the Minnesota protest. So he's in court, and was he in jail? Is he going to jail, or what happens here?
He was held overnight, right, after he was arrested. But does he stay in jail before the trial happens? No, of course not. But in the end, this is as open and shut as the O.J. case. The problem is O.J. was found innocent by a jury of his peers, so I guess it depends on where this particular trial happens, who the judge is, just like with Trump. Same thing, right? In other words, it depends on where this game is played. But I mentioned the FACE Act. He also broke, ironically, the KKK Act as well.
Huh.
Yeah, and this is a guy, again, did Cronkite or Ted Koppel or Roger Mudd or Brinkley or even Bernard Shaw over at CNN just pick like somebody who you deem to be a journalist? Brett Baer, for example. Do you think they bought donuts and coffee for a bunch of people who are about to storm a church and then say, oh, I'm just here as a journalist covering a story. And by the way, he lives out on Long Island. Don Lemon does. Nice big mansion on Oyster Bay. And then he decided in the middle of January that he was going to, you know what? It's like that line in Casablanca, you know, of all the gin mills in all the world, she walked into mine. In this case, in all the churches in Minnesota, thousands of them, Don Lemon, with his Jedi-like abilities, was able to determine where a protest was going to happen, a storming of a church on a Sunday morning. No, of course not. He was told to be there by the organizers. He then actually aided and abetted the organizers and went into the church and interrogated a pastor and other people that were there, all in the name of what he says is the First Amendment. I'm sorry, the First Amendment does not protect going into a church, storming it, and then harassing parishioners. That is against the law. He should go to jail. And I think in some weird way, Don Lemon would like that because he'll see himself as like the Rosa Parks of journalism because he's a martyr who was just standing up for the First Amendment. No, you weren't. It's just such BS, Larry. I'm sorry. It's the only conclusion I can come to.
Well, look at, I mean, he runs smack into the laws protecting religious freedom. And
that's exactly right.
But Joe, question, does this stuff, these antics that you have described brilliantly, really, and now I understand what's going on. But don't these antics backfire politically? I mean, doesn't it turn off people? I don't know. I don't know if people are following this story closely. We didn't on our show. Maybe I should have. But Susan Vargas said you would talk about it, so I figured it'd be great to put it in here because we haven't followed it. But I'm just saying, doesn't this backfire politically? Ordinary people, middle-class people look at this and, get turned off and teed off about it?
I think we live in a world, Larry, of two different alternative realities. And one is that, okay, what protesters, and I say that in scare quotes, are doing with federal law enforcement is a good thing. That if you had a chance to take on the Nazis before they took power in any real way, then, well, they would do it. So therefore, they feel that they're justified, and everything you're seeing is something that obviously is warranted. On the other side, the common sense side, that is like, okay, ICE is putting away murderers, rapists, child traffickers, sex traffickers, you name it, the worst criminals who, by the way, are already in the country illegally. That would be something like rooting against cancer, like you're removing the tumor, you're removing the cancer from society, and yet liberals are against this somehow. So you even had Stephen Colbert this week, Larry, who said that the actual Nazis of the 1930s were better than ICE. Whoa. All right. We're at this point, and it got applause from his audience. So I guess it's a 50-50 country where 50% is living in an insane world and 50% live in common sense. And the question is which one wins? And that's what I guess the midterms and more importantly, the 2028 presidential election will determine.
All right. We will. All right. I'm on it. I got it. All right. It's a good primer. Folks, Joe Concha, his radio show is here on WABC, most of these same stations, and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Terrific stuff. Busy guy. Joe, thank you. Appreciate it very much. We'll take a break, and on the other side, got to talk to my Ambassador Robert O'Brien. What is going on in Iran? Is there regime change coming in Iran? I'm Kudlow. Please stick around.
The Larry Kudlow Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
America's debt is now over $38 trillion. So, protect your savings with something real. Gold. Sanctuary Metals helps you move a portion of your retirement into physical gold. Tax-deferred and penalty-free. Please call 800-801-6487 or just visit sanctuarymetals.com to get your free retirement defense guide. That's sanctuarymetals.com.